Sweet. We're all set up. I think we are live. Hello, welcome to the Football Friends podcast World Cup edition. And I'm joined here by Paddy.
I'm a gorilla.
Okay, good. The sound is working. That's the main thing I wanted to check. Oh, great. Yeah. How you doing? How you been enjoying this World Cup? What?
You completely ignored that reference.
Hey, like we don't talk about people who are still banned on Twitter, okay?
Okay, fair enough. Oh, cool. So we can talk about Sargon again. Great. Nah, look, man, it's the World Cup. It's absolutely
You're correct,
amazing.
it is. Yes.
I'm so happy.
Hmm.
I'm just so happy that the World Cup's here, and it's better than Christmas. It's literally better than Christmas. I can't believe they've allowed Christmas to continue during the World Cup. That's
Yeah, well, I mean, that's kind of thing. If the World Cup does disappoint you in the end, will be Christmas just around the corner. So
that's not too bad, is it?
Yeah, so you won't even need to buy any presents this year because the World Cup's been such a gift for all of us.
Oh, lovely. All right, well, there's a good question to start. What's been your biggest gift so far? What's been your thing that you've gone and like, I can't believe this has happened? Yes.
Oh, that's a good. Well, I do have an answer, but I was sort of hoping to do this in somewhat chronological order. Can we hold on to that for when the moment comes?
Let's hold on to it.
Okay. Well, yeah. Sorry to totally derail your question, but
yeah, up yours with a rusty one, and
we'll start out by talking about the opening match. So we have Qatar versus Ecuador. Now, I suppose there's even a little bit to talk about beforehand, in the fact that the numbers were released for this World Cup, and it turned out that Qatar spent almost $300 billion on this World Cup, which is absolutely outrageous. It's, way more than any previous one. And
we're going to come on to this later, but that is approximately the amount that I've lost in bets.
Yeah, fair enough. Even I've been quite surprised this week. So from what I understand, the opening match went down really well. I mean, a lot of people are upset with Qatar and all the human rights kind of stuff and the deaths surrounding the building of the stadium, which they built 7 out of 8 stadiums in the last 10 years since winning the hosting of the World Cup. And so from what I understand, a lot of these stadiums aren't going to remain as stadiums. They're going to be like converted into apartments, which sounds totally insane, but however that's going to work.
You completely dropped out there for me for about 30 seconds, but
I was just saying,
I'm sure you said something wonderful.
Oh yeah, of course, but I was just saying about how there's been all the migrant deaths with the stadiums and stuff like that, and because they've built 7 of 8 in the last 10 years in a rapid pace, and some of them are very interesting designs. I won't lie, some of them look really cool.
One of them, I can't remember who played there. It might have been Poland, Mexico. I think it's just called Stadium 479.
Yeah, because that's the one that's made of it's the one that's made of shipping containers, and it's 479 because that's the international shipping code to Qatar. What I understand.
It's 479 because that's the amount of migrants that died on that particular one.
Oh my god. Jesus.
I'm not even sure if that's what the stadium's called, but
yeah, I know what you mean. It's some numbers.
It's a number. It's a number.
Yeah, I think you're right. Hold on, I'm just going to share my screen with you. And
okay.
But yeah. We'll play Rate That Stadium, eh?
Well, yeah.
So
Rate
So
it.
what I was saying is most of these stadiums are going to be decommissioned after the World Cup, and because
That's
obviously they
so
don't.
dumb.
Well, they're
What,
going
they're
to
going
be
to take them apart?
no, they're going to be converted into apartments.
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
One
So
of them,
that's the word when you came back to be when I was able to hear you again. That was the only word that I heard. It was just like blah, 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 apartments. Okay,
oh,
good. There we go.
well, so we have these ones. We have Al Bayt Stadium. I think this is the one that was actually already there. That's the one, maybe I can't remember.
Yeah, there were a couple that were already there.
And we have this one that's like a giant
Quite-
cake tin. Lusail Stadium. Oh, I feel like you've dropped out now.
No, I'm here. I'm listening.
Oh, sorry. Okay, you just missed. Okay, no worries. Yeah, Lusail Stadium.
I'm just stuck in awe of the stupidity of how these look.
Oh my god, no! But look at all the like the words.
That-
Enjoy
no,
the warmest of
I think
Arab
it's
welcome.
ridiculous.
Alive with heritage, an icon for the future. Maybe that's the one that was
Alive with heritage. The one that we didn't build just now.
maybe that is the one they didn't. Yeah. Ahmed bin Ali Stadium, where desert stories unfold. Al Janoub Stadium, see football sail into a new era.
That one I quite like, but it does look a bit like a woman. Kind
of looks like a vagina, yeah.
Yeah,
especially
vagina.
on this angle here. It's like a
yes, yeah, it looks a bit like a vagina.
And
It's just a
another,
perfect circle.
yeah,
It's a donut.
Al Thumama Stadium, a venue steeped in culture and tradition. What is that? The one that's
Education City Stadium.
yes. So this one, it's called Education City because it lies right between all of the country's major universities, and it's going to be converted into a learning sort of education facility afterwards. Apparently, shimmering
Nice.
jewel of inspiration. And then Khalifa International Stadium. Oh wait, no. Surely, I think Khalifa International is the one that was already there. Surely.
Are they?
I
They
don't
should have
know.
called the one that looked like a vagina Khalifa.
Now that was a good reference. Oh, and here's your favorite one. Stadium's 974.
974. I got the number wrong, but that's
See, it's got all the shipping containers. Yeah.
it's built out of shipping containers.
Innovation
Again,
at the heart of it all.
Filled with migrant work.
I think it's this. It must be this one here, but the angle doesn't look right. It's supposed to be like a hat. You know, where is it?
Like a sombrero.
Yeah, hold on. No, like a like a turban kind of hat thing.
Oh,
Where is it? No, we gotta find the image. Is it? You see the right image, you'll see exactly what I mean. Where is it?
I'm just seeing a donut, bro.
No. It looks like this one. Oh, even that angle's not right, but it's like a hat. It's like one of the hats they wear. That's actually what it's designed after. That's the point.
Okay, my bro.
Um,
Can we talk
yeah,
about football?
See, see, it looks like a hat, right?
Yeah, World Cup hat.
Yeah.
Well, at the moment, we're talking a bunch of World Cup hat.
Yeah. Okay. Shit yarn. I know. I'm sorry.
Shans. Is right.
Yeah. It is this stadium here, but it looks more like a hat from the angle I saw before.
It looks like a donut.
Yeah. Can't see the disappointed. Okay, forget it. This is bullshit. Anyway, back onto the football. So
Anyway, so Qatar, the first game. I just want to say, like, we all obviously they got it, the ability to host the World Cup through, let's say, some shady deals and probably a bit of bribery, and everyone sort of thought out loud quite often, you know, how long is it going to take before there's some shady shit on the pitch? And it seemed to take 4 minutes.
Yeah, it wasn't
Like
very
that
long.
that first goal was completely legit.
Dude, it should have been the World Cup opener. That was an insane goal. That was so good.
It's set up with an overhead kick.
Yeah, I know, it was beautiful.
The way I see it, if you overhead kick a goal or an assist, I don't care if you're offside.
Yeah, yeah. Being
Overhead
up by,
kicks, you just
if you're upside down, there's no offsides.
yes, correct.
That's good. I'm in for that rule. So yeah, they didn't score that goal, but really should have. But then Qatar got absolutely physically dominated in this game, I would say. And yeah, Ecuador were like a lot bigger, I would say, and just sort of punished them in the box. Enner Valencia should have had a hat trick, but he had to settle for a brace on the day. I think it would have.
Oh no!
Was it 3 headers? It would have been 3 headers, right?
No, he did a penalty.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, it was a penalty, wasn't it? But then the other goal was.
If you can header a penalty, though, I'd be very impressed with that.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe if you did like
The
some kind of dive.
The earning of the penalty though, I thought the keeper should have been sent off.
True.
He got yellow carded. Fair enough, but he took him out. Like you watch it again, and he doesn't try and pull out. He tries to trip it.
Mm. They really did show how inexperienced they were as footballers. Like, of course, we know that Qatar barely even had a national team before winning the host privilege. Yeah. So it's kind of it was kind of a bit shocking. And this, of course, means that Qatar is the first host nation to actually lose an opening World Cup match, which is pretty crazy when you think about how long that's been around for.
Yeah, and also some of the recent nations to, like South Africa, not a huge, not small, but not huge. I think they played Mexico in their first game.
Yeah, and Russia as well. Yeah,
so also smashed it. I'm trying to think of who else. Yeah, Korea, not the biggest of nations, but got themselves a win.
Yeah, so yeah, that's kind of. But I mean, of course, how else was it going to go? And yeah, when you're Qatar, not known for their football and so on, so yeah, and I think decent opener, I suppose. It was kind of what we expected. Ecuador are going to enjoy those 3 points.
Yeah, that's very much needed for them in that group.
Yeah, and so one thing they did say about this was, so this opening match, apparently lots of people left early, like 25% of the stadium left early, which is kind of funny for a World Cup match. And
really?
Yeah, I know, pretty crazy. And a lot of people were upset about I don't know, various things. There's no beer in the stadiums, of course. It was controversially banned basically 2 days before the World Cup started, which was pretty wild. And
yeah, that's
especially considering that
it was done at that point.
But especially considering that Brazil already had alcohol banned in their stadiums and reversed the law, especially for the World Cup.
Yeah, we are FIFA. I don't know if you know this.
Yeah, I know. It's yeah. Well, but I guess FIFA's not as powerful as Qatar. So, yeah.
But more powerful than Brazil.
Yeah, I guess so. But there was some nice political. I heard something like the prince or the royals of Qatar met with the prince of King of Egypt or whatever for like the first time ever. So it's actually been kind of good for like some peace negotiations and things like that. Like football's already such a political event, and you do sort of get a few advantages like that. But
yeah, we can only hope that this will improve things.
Yeah. So anyway, moving on to the next match. So where are the matches? Here we go. So then, of course, the next day we had 3 more matches, I suppose. And first up was your boys, old the T boys.
Oh, did England play? Did they?
Yeah.
Didn't know. You didn't know. Happened.
Yeah, so a nice win for the Gareth Southgaters and
Gareth guys.
Yeah, Gareth's guys over the Iranian women oppressors.
That cannot be a nickname.
Wow, look,
Yeah,
hey, it's not unearned.
Yeah, England may have won on the football pitch, but one thing I'll say to the Iran team, they chose not to sing their national anthem. Basically, in a protest of you know, the events that you're sort of referencing there in their country.
Yeah, very interesting to see how that's going to play out for them.
In stark contrast to the European nations who, you know, stuck their middle finger up and said, "Yeah, no, we're going to wear this rainbow captain's armband," and then knocked out at the last minute. England didn't, Wales didn't, the Dutch didn't.
Well, I haven't.
I'm not sure.
I haven't actually caught the highlight yet, but from what I understand, Christian Eriksen said Denmark will still wear it, despite the consequences. So, but I haven't actually caught the highlights yet, so I don't know if they did or not. I have to double check that in a moment. But yeah, no, I'm with you. That was somewhat disappointing. Like, I mean, I'm not really bothered by these kind of political statements in football, but it's a fucking armband, bro. Like, why can't you just wear what you want? What's wrong with why can't they? Obviously, this didn't come from. I mean, Harry Kane said in the interview afterwards that he wanted to wear it, and he was told he couldn't. They wouldn't play him if he didn't wear it. And so,
don't get me wrong. This has not come from Kane. This is not probably not come from Southgate. This has probably come directly from the FA being told that they will be punished.
They were told that they would receive yellow cards if they wore them.
Yes, whoever wore the armband would receive a yellow card, and the team would receive a sanction. And what the sanction is has, not been outlined at all. And what are they to make of that?
Yeah, it's pretty weak. I gotta say, it's pretty. I'm surprised they didn't. I mean, they've been all for making political statements as often as possible over the years. That's quite surprising that they actually tucked in this last minute. They did all take the knee instead.
Yeah.
And he did wear a different armband. It was say no to discrimination, which is hilariously ironic. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, it was a bit of I don't know. I certainly don't blame the players. I think they would have 100% wore it if they could, but it's a shame.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's not. It doesn't sound like it's the choice of Kane or of anyone else that we know.
Yeah,
but it is disappointing to see us cuck like that.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. It's almost like encouraging the human rights violations. Like saying that it's okay for them to do that. Yeah, so pretty rough. And yeah, it's so annoying that this World Cup is embroiled in all of this controversy like this. It does kind of make it a bit disturbing, but what?
Yeah, it is making it just a little bit harder to enjoy.
Yeah, but
at the same time, it is the World Motherfucking Cup.
And I think it was Gary Neville? I think he basically said he was sort of disappointed too, and he said you should wear it for the first match and then receive the yellow cards, and that's going to make an even bigger statement than wearing it in general. And I tend to agree
100%.
Yeah, it would have only been one. It would have been, Kane will probably get a yellow card anyway. And so you can just get it in the opening game against an easy opponent.
Kane probably won't get a yellow card. And I tend to think, if you say, oh, you're going to get a yellow card, okay, cool. Next game, someone else should come out as captain, and then he'll get a yellow card, and we'll prove that we don't care.
Yeah, that'd
You'll
be
have
good.
to book all of them.
Yeah, yeah. So, oh well, we won't dwell on this stuff too much because it's not really total football, you know. Um,
Total football.
but it was a
It's
but it was a
totally a football.
it was a hell of a win for England, I got to say. I think so. Bukayo Saka has now exceeded Wayne Rooney's record of one World Cup goal.
For goodness sake. Yeah, look, there was a number of very impressive things
Mhm.
about our performance. I'm absolutely stoked. Bellingham
Oh yeah,
basically,
great goal.
well, forget great goal, great performance.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
I
Amazing
have
player.
no idea who got. I don't know who got man of the match in this match. I would personally have given it to Bellingham.
Mm.
Um,
Oh yeah.
but him and Rice in there. There's not a player on the pitch who played poorly for England.
The midfield of Rice and Bellingham is bloody strong, man. That could be the midfield for another, 2 more
10
World
years,
Cups,
basically.
Yeah, yeah. So was yeah.
Yeah, I'm very happy, but we've got to keep that up. Or the to be fair, given what I've seen from the USA and Wales, I think we should probably beat both if we play as positively as we did against Iran, which is a question mark itself. We should win those games no problem. I actually don't know the last time England got 3 wins from a World Cup group.
That'd be nice. And the thing is,
I don't think it's happened since I've been alive.
Right. Okay. Wow. There you go. It'd be good because considering the build up to this World Cup for England was not the best over the last little while. So it was
including the Nations League was a bloody horror show.
Well, it's nice to see them come out and not play 5 at the back, playing a little bit more attacking with a 10 and all
really
this kind
nice
of stuff. And yeah, this is what needed to happen, I think.
Yeah, it's also really nice to see Mount played like where he's more natural. Like he was just allowed to be in the hole and to sort of buzz around.
Yeah, yeah. It's a good, strong, creative team. And yeah, you can see by these stats here, right? Like, dude, England with a 79% possession. That is insane. That's
quite a lot.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, so that's very impressive. And yeah, 6-2 is a crushing. So yeah, Jude got 1, Bukayo Saka got 2, Raheem Sterling got 1, Harry Maguire with an assist.
Rashford on the pitch for
49 seconds.
Rashford on the pitch for was it 49?
I think
it's a third touch. Third touch.
And it was a good, and it was a great goal too.
Yeah, it was a really nice goal. One thing I think I enjoyed. So Grealish scored and he did a silly little dance. And I was messaging someone at the time, and they sort of took the piss out of it. And I didn't know at the time, but he'd promised a fan, basically a young fan who I think he's basically like a Make-A-Wish type kid, that he'd do a certain celebration if he scored a goal. And there it is. So it instantly changes from you a bit like a prick to that's quite heartwarming.
Yeah, that's nice. That's pretty cool. Good on him. Nice to see Jack score as well. I don't think he has scored. That wasn't his first, was it? But at least he hasn't scored very many.
First World Cup goal, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, certainly. But yeah, it was nice, and it was a good.
His first England goal.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not 100%, but
I think it's his first England goal.
Surely he has scored. But what I liked about it was just for some reason I actually thought it was Rashford that gave the assist, but apparently it's Callum Wilson. Don't know what that says about me, but it was just a very unselfish sort of play. Like Callum Wilson could have absolutely shot, but he set Grealish up.
I enjoyed that very, very much. The fact that Wilson, he's unlikely. I mean, we don't know what Harry Kane's scan will say,
Yes.
It was very enjoyable to see Wilson come on, and you know, he's been in great form, and he's a pretty lethal striker himself
Mm.
for Newcastle. So he could have he could have taken that himself, and maybe he would have scored.
Mm.
But it's a beautiful thing to see that, you know, that he would do that for England. It's a 6-goal and a 6-1.
Mm.
You know, at the time, and he's still going to give the pass rather than shoot. I love it.
Yeah, it was nice.
I'm really happy for him.
So yeah, overall, yeah, pretty good. And you know, both those Iran goals were pretty. Like, well, one was like just a really good.
Yeah, their first one was awesome.
Yeah, hard to, you can't save that. It was pretty difficult to save. And then the penalty, which was, yeah, so not too bad. Doesn't matter. These, you know, conceding goals doesn't matter too much when you score 6. So yeah. But moving on, anyway.
Like that.
Is there, yeah, nothing else you want to say on that? Is that all good?
Oh, I'm very happy.
Yep. Cool. So moving on, we have so Netherlands have played too. So my boys, the Netherlands have played Senegal, a Mane-less Senegal actually. So a little bit of a relief there, but this was an intense match. It was actually extremely close. Senegal certainly had chances to score, and and you know the Netherlands goalkeeper Noppert had an amazing game. Some of those saves he made in that game were actually awesome. And
there was one near post where he, you know, went down at the speed of light, and he right in the corner. Unbelievable.
So
that was Netherlands' debut.
Yeah, that's his first appearance for Netherlands. Yeah, pretty crazy.
But his career has been really weird. He's you know, he's only made, I think, 50 appearances in his entire career.
How about this one for you? Holland goalkeeper Noppert almost quit to become police officer 2 years ago.
Yeah, imagine a 6'8" cop.
Terrifying.
They have guns. Police have guns in the Netherlands.
Probably. I don't know. Pass. Never been. But I'm
never been.
There. Probably, I'm
never
going
been shot.
Get in there next year, so I'll let you know if I get arrested.
I'll let you know if I get arrested.
Yeah.
And then shot.
But so I don't know much about his career, to be honest.
Yeah,
he's 28. He's not
relatively short, given that he's a 28-year-old.
Yeah. Okay. So. So yeah, Hevereen for most of his career. Breda, I went to Italy for 1 season. Might be a loan, maybe. Yeah. No. Free transfer, and then no club, back to Dordrecht, and he's at the Go Ahead Eagles, and then he rejoined Hevereen finally. Well, he never made a senior appearance for Hevereen. Oh no, Heerenveen. I always say that
club name. Heerenveen. Oh, look at Dutch.
Heerenveen. Yeah. So
Heerenveen
only got a market value of 2 mil, but that's probably just rapidly shot up. So yeah, over 2 meters tall.
Every save. Good lord. Yeah, every save he made, his value went up by 1 million.
Yeah, 1 appearance. That's crazy. So yeah. Anyway,
and
nice.
And your boy the Gak.
Cody Gak. I told you. Yeah. Lukaku.
Yeah, good. Okay, well, let's go with that. Feed the Gak and he will score.
Yeah, but yeah, Cody Gakpo, man. I've been going on about Gakpo ever since Man United were interested in him, and which was last transfer window.
Did you sign him on Football Manager?
No, I haven't made it to January yet, to be honest. I've been slack. I haven't been playing enough, but I will. And
it's too much real football.
Yeah, I know. I'm too busy with everything, but
it was a very enjoyable goal. I like that he wasn't really looking at the goal when he
Mm.
scored.
Well, that's okay. That's what I really like to see because, well, not only is he the top goal scorer in the Eredivisie, I believe. I mean, he might be top goal, and it's like
Really?
I'm pretty sure. Let's see.
PSV, right? He played for PSV?
PSV. Yeah, that's right. I believe he's top goal scorer. But okay, that's annoying. But not only is he top goal scorer in the Netherlands, but what am I doing? I'm just fucking this all up. But like, yeah, this sucks. Anyway, you know, he's a really good player, but generally he was thought of as kind of like left wing, like a winger kind of player. And
Right.
so, but what I really liked about this performance was you kind of got to see him play up front a bit more. Because I mean, it showed in this.
Did he play up front, or did he play
Yeah.
sort of like?
Well, no, in this it sort of shows him here like a 10, but he was kind of more like a striker in this. Because
Did you
Bergwijn's a
watch?
winger. Yeah, I mean, I didn't watch it live, but I did watch the match. Yeah, and
You watched the full game,
yeah, and so
and
he plays like left wing, left
and
forward.
he mainly played sort of in behind, or like was he up front?
It was loose. It was loose. The three forwards were kind of loose, because Janssen is more like a traditional striker, and Bergwijn is certainly a winger. So, but Gakpo would just be kind of swapping and stuff like that. And I think when they subbed, it sort of rearranged as well. Because Memphis Depay came on for Vincent Janssen, and that sort of changed it up, and Gakpo was more up front. And like you said, the goal happened. It was like a very much a striker's kind of goal. He had his back, back to goal, can play with his back to goal like a proper sort of 9. So he is a bit more than just a winger. He can play kind of, as a striker as well. And if the rumors are true,
forward, a man of the forwards.
Yeah, so I think he may fit in well to the United team if we're still looking at purchasing him, which I would be very happy about. But also, the other part of it too was it was De Jong that set up the goal. So both Man U transfer targets combined together for this goal. And yeah, also stellar performance from Dumfries, which is just, we've known this for a while that Dumfries is a very dynamic player and very good in this game.
Is a beast.
Yeah. So it was good. Overall, I was very happy with this.
I thought
Milan's result.
I want to say it should be happy with the result for sure. Mm-hmm. I want to say I think it was a chance that fell to Ricky De Jong.
Oh, and he takes too many touches and sort of screws
too many. Like it was kind of cool, but if he was in that kind of front, he's got to shoot. He's not a striker.
He's not a finisher, right? I know.
He's in one-on-one. He's in one-on-one.
Yeah, it's just trying to be too tricky. Yeah, and
yes, it was tough, but you at some point you've got to pull the trigger.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I'll also so one more thing. I don't know if you know this, but I'm kind of putting a bit more faith in the Netherlands team to go quite far this time, to be honest. And I'll give you my reasoning why. It's not just because they're a good team. Do you know the deal with Van Gaal?
I know that he's nuts.
Okay, well, I guess you don't then. Well, apparently he has very horrible health issues. So he's literally nearly near death, right? And so apparently, so apparently he had been during like the lead up to the World Cup and things like that, and he'd been basically doing the training session and then going straight from there to the hospital to receive treatment for his disease.
Wow.
So he's
What's his
Let's
condition?
find out.
Yeah, we don't have to do this if you don't want.
No, that's fine. No, I think this is very interesting. It's sort of so he has cancer, right? And so he'd been sort of He'd been running the training sessions and then straight afterwards heading to the hospital to receive like chemotherapy and stuff like that. So pretty insane.
Right. So your reasoning here is that the Dutch team will be sort of inspired by.
Yeah, absolutely. They've got something serious to play for, and this is obviously one of the most successful Dutch managers as well. So they've there's got a lot of fame among the Dutch team and a lot of respect, and I think that they would be seriously inspired to play for him in what could be his last World Cup as a manager. So yeah, very fascinating. So we'll see. So
he is also nuts.
Yes, of course, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. I think I might get this wrong, but I think he was at the time the manager of Bayern Munich, and I can't remember the exact quote, but he said something like, I have the balls to coach this team and take it very far, and he proved this by dropping his trousers.
Right. Yeah.
He literally showed him his two bollocks, and
fair enough.
You know what?
Understand.
I respect that.
Yep.
I fully respect that.
Okay, so anyway, we got to move on because we're dawdling a little bit here. So next up, we have USA and Wales, which ended in a draw. And I'll admit I have not watched this match, but
I've watched enough to say that the US they actually look really good for probably about an hour, maybe 65 minutes, and they sort of ran out of. It seems like they ran out of juice.
Yeah.
Timothy Weah scored a very, very nice goal. The fluidity between forward players was quite nice, but really the one thing we do in Britain, if nothing else, across all of our teams, is we're quite strong and fast and robust, and that's something the Welsh certainly showed, and they didn't give up, and they certainly earned their penalty. And when you give a man like Gareth Bale a chance to score from the spot, he can do it.
Yeah, well, I think it's very good to see Gareth Bale staying fit, not being injured, and actually playing through this World Cup. So yeah, that's nice to see. And yeah, but it seems like a pretty even match, to be honest, on paper, and it sort of ended in pretty much the most even way it can. And yeah,
well,
that's the other thing. You notice everyone's playing 10 injury minutes and stuff like that in this tournament.
There's been a lot of that.
Well, apparently it's because of a new wording of a role. So they're gonna count everything. They want to play the full 90 minutes. 100%.
Every cotton picking second.
Yeah, and they even stop the clock.
Good fucking God.
They even stop the clock when players go down injured, like big injuries. So yeah, that's why there's been plus 10 minutes for every game.
Can we go back to the Iran-England game for 30 seconds?
Yeah, go for it.
When their keeper got and the men came off the bench for him, the sub-keeper's name was Hussein Husseini.
Hussein Husseini. It's good. That's good.
Which I imagine, I could be wrong, but it could be like the equivalent of being called like William Williamson.
Johnny.
Yeah, John Johnson.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Johnny.
But well, so moving on to the next game, another game where a keeper was involved in injury, but he in fact injured his own player, which I don't know if you saw that. It was pretty brutal. Nice. But yeah, this is, so when you asked me at the start, you said what did you say? What was my most favorite moment? No, what did you say?
Yeah.
It was like
I can't even repeat it because
it was like unexpected moment. That's right. My gift, I feel, was watching an undefeated Argentinian team absolutely crumble to a 4% chance of winning Saudi Arabia. And I watched this game, and they put on the most dismal shit performance I've ever seen of Argentina in a long time. I mean, they do notoriously sort of choke. Yeah. Most of it. I think I missed it. So I missed a little bit at the start, but I caught most of it, and it was just trash. They had nothing. It was so like what's the word I'm looking for? Like flaccid. They had like football erectile dysfunction basically, and it was just so shit. I couldn't. It was so horrible to watch. Maybe it was the way they set up, because there was no link from the midfield to the front line. Like, they couldn't create anything in that sort of final third middle. Like, all they could do was chuck it down the wing for the overlap, or they'd ping it out to Di Maria and he'd fuck it up. That was basically it. It was so shit. I don't know. I've never seen them play so bad. So, yeah.
I want to say that did you see the slow goal?
No, maybe I missed. I think I missed that one. I think I must have just started watching after that.
So, one of those ones where, I think it's right. A lot of people in games like this, because it's my opinion that the goal should have done. Like, and maybe even with no overall, but not the goal should. He was offside by his forearm, and that's simply not on. It was maybe like his bicep was offside. And that's okay. He didn't score the goal with his bicep.
Yeah, I know. It's so annoying.
You know, I know that it's great, it's giant, and not exactly what we did, but I did say last week that there was a team in the first round to fuck it up.
Yep.
Always. They qualify for the group. But maybe now Argentina will qualify for the group.
That would be crazy. I mean, obviously there's still 2 matches to go, and doesn't mean Saudi Arabia is going to win another one. So.
Yeah, but we can't do Argentina will win another one.
I'm looking at this offside now.
What do you thought?
That's fucking bullshit. That's absolute fucking bullshit. That should 100% be onside. That's trash. That's fucking shit.
Again, we need to stop. We need to stop offside thing. Like on. He's not right.
Yeah, look at this.
Yeah. I don't think he's enough to run a bit. That's not.
Yeah.
It's not acceptable to me.
It's pretty. I don't know. I don't like it. That looks like trash. I think that should be a goal. That's bullshit.
Yeah, absolutely should be a goal.
Yeah, that's fucked. Yep. But oh well. Look, they should have really. They should have done. Yeah, should have beaten them anyway. Yeah, but then because the 2 goals that they scored were pretty fucking good. They were 2 amazing finishes, and yeah, so I think maybe
the second one could quite be on.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, so it was, yeah.
The first one, that's on target. I saw Saudi Arabia.
Yup. 2 shots on target. 2
yeah. Look, that's just another they got managed, but that's
30% possession as well. But I mean, yeah, they did get the 2 goals and then just sit and just park the bus basically. But
yeah, fine.
They parked it perfectly. It was, yeah, they played the game in exactly how they should. And it really just felt like Argentina panicked for the last 30 minutes and just could not do anything. They just kept doing all these long balls that led to nothing, and they couldn't feed Messi. They couldn't do anything. It was just pathetic. I thought it was so shit. And Yeah, so they didn't deserve to win. But then there was, but I alluded to this earlier when the goalkeeper, who, Always, Al Always, away, Alaway, or whatever.
Always. He's in the goal always.
Yeah, what a fucking beast in this game, man. He made so many saves. He was fucking incredible goalkeeper in this. And he even nearly killed his teammate. Yeah. Which was which one was it? It must have it was in extra time. I don't know where's was it this one? It must have been El Break. Oh no, so Yasser El Sharani was the one injured, I think. And then he basically it was left back El Sharani. So they both kind of ran in for an air ball, and he jumped up and punched it, but then kneed his teammate in the face, nearly I think he did knock him out for maybe a moment. And then for some fucking reason, the game played on for like another 30 seconds while this guy is like face down in the grass, not moving. It was pretty fucked up that they didn't stop instantly. It was so wild. And and then this guy was toast, and the goalkeeper's sitting there like head in hands, like, what have I done, kind of thing. Like just like
when you're in the game out.
Yeah, but you don't want to do that at the expense of your teammate. And I mean, the other thing is they play club and country together, so they're like best mates. Yeah, so that was pretty insane, but either way, hilarious. Suck it, Argentina. That's funny. Yeah. Anything else you want to say before we move on? We got a couple more to get through, to be honest.
Wow. Just give France
well, yeah, I haven't watched Denmark Tunisia. I haven't even watched the highlights, to be honest. And I suppose we could just mention, God tier Ochoa in this game.
Every time.
So save that penalty, man. It was absolutely amazing. Like it was a good penalty too, and he just absolutely predicted it.
It was all right.
Well, it was going to the corner, but Ochoa just read it. So easy.
It's World Cup beat, basically.
Yeah, 37.
Mexico won as well. I've seen the highlights.
Yeah, definitely.
Chesney had work as well too.
Yeah, actually,
if you have a penalty, you're the man.
Well, it was a Lewandowski penalty too, and but you're right. Szczesny had a good game too, very much so.
I'll come on to as well.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. So last to talk about in the World Cup. We still have a bit to get through. So France and Australia, and so Australia did open the scoring in this game after 9 minutes with Craig.
Good goal.
Craig,
goal as well.
Very good goal. Like I can't believe they weren't there to defend that. It was pretty weak from that France backline.
Who else is in this group? Denmark and Tunisia, right?
Yes. I want to say yes.
Australia could give them a bit of trouble. France will probably destroy both.
Yep.
But Australia could give both of those teams a good run.
Yep. And so, well, after that goal, I mean, I don't know, because after that goal, Australia were pretty toast. I don't know. They didn't really do much after that, I don't think. So, I
think they tried to sit. It looked like they tried to sit, and
so that was their only shot on target as well.
Yeah, that's not so good.
Yeah. But yeah, it didn't take long anyway. Adrien Rabiot scored that header, and then Giroud was in there too.
Oh, King, the king.
2 more goals for Mr. Handsome, so that's pretty good.
Do you know that now makes him level with Henry as
seriously
most successful scorer? Yeah, 51.
That is wild. So yeah, he may even break that record at this World Cup. So Surely he'll score
Well,
another
yeah.
goal.
All he has to do is score again,
Well, with
and I believe he has to make 2 more appearances, and he'll be France's most capped player.
dude, respect, man. Honestly, underrated as fuck, totally. And yeah, 36. So just two more appearances, and with Benzema injured, and you asked me this the other day, who's going to replace Benzema? The answer is nobody. They actually chose to not replace Benzema, so they
Oh, really?
yeah, I know they didn't pick anyone.
Yeah.
Well,
He's already in the squad, pal.
yeah. A lot of people were saying it should have been Martial or something, but I actually disagree. Martial's barely fucking played and had a shit season last season, so I don't know why you'd pick him.
Wouldn't you rather take a player?
It should have been Ben Yedder. I don't know. They should have got Ben Yedder, man. That would have been sick.
Ben Yedder.
Yeah, man. The FIFA Rat King. That's
Rat.
Yeah. And so, but anyway, yeah. So France kind of dominated this match in the end, 4-1, 2 goals for Giroud. So just one more, and he's got the record. That's pretty good.
He's King of France. I think that's how it works.
Yeah, it would. And that's just for France in general, eh? Like, so even
That's just French games.
that's crazy, man. Fucking full respect. And yeah, Mbappe got a goal, but also missed there was a really sweet one that he
decent
skied.
chance.
That was, yeah. Who set it up?
I want to say it came from the right back. I want to say it might have been Pavard. Right back.
Was it? I can't remember now.
I can't remember either.
No, it was Griezmann.
It was a good.
It was Griezmann.
Yes. Yeah.
And
Okay.
It was
that's
an
right.
outside of the foot curl from Griezmann, and yeah, and he couldn't finish. It would have been a spectacular goal, but wasn't meant to be.
It's nice to see Ousmane Dembele playing up.
Yes, well, he's been since coming back. You know, I notorious Ousmane Dembele hater here, obviously. I can't argue with his record though. He's got a horrifically large amount of assists for Barcelona since I started talking heaps of shit about him, and so I don't know.
Maybe
He's doing good as long as he stays fit and doesn't get injured. The potential's definitely there. He just has some other fucking shit going on that it needs to be sorted. We've always sort of known that. But anyway, yeah, as expected. Now we can move on, I guess. So, yes, anything else you want to say on the World Cup before we move into our other story of the day? Our big news that dropped this morning.
Well, I think maybe given that it's all of them have been about the World Cup, I'll give you my my gambling update.
Yes, please. No, yes, I'd love to hear.
I'll temper this with
I'd love to hear your $30,000 in losses.
yeah. 30 million. Please gamble responsibly, and do what you want. I don't care. So the first one was on the opening game, Qatar, Ecuador. I thought, the hosts may get some dodgy decisions. They may scrape a draw. So that was my reasoning behind that one.
Mm-hmm.
And the hopes of that basically went out the window the first minute and a half that I saw Qatar trying to pass the ball. I put a bit on England to win exactly 1-0. And again, the moment Bellingham scored, I was like, nope, that's not going to happen either. The one I did get, I think I'm 1 out of 6. USA Wales draw. Good point there. Thank you, Gareth. The one, no, I had Denmark to draw at halftime and then win.
Okay.
And that did not happen. And the one that I think I'm most gutted about, said 1 out of 6, didn't I? But I can't think of what the 6th one is. But the 5th one, Lewandowski to score first.
Unlucky that
Should have been. I pumped my fist as well. I pumped my fist up when I was looking on my phone. It said penalty for Poland. I was like, yes. Here comes a fat wad coming my way.
All right.
Oh no, the other one was Netherlands to win with a Memphis Depay goal,
Ah, I see.
and
You should have trusted me,
he had
bro.
his
I told.
goal. The Gak.
Yeah. Yak attack.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Anyway, okay. Yeah, we're
So
right.
let's close by laughing at Ronaldo.
Yes. So okay, here we go. The big news of today. Cristiano Ronaldo has had his contract ended with Manchester United by mutual consent, from what I understand. So
This is the weirdest timeline.
yeah, I know this is quite a disappointing ending to his return to Manchester United. It did seem like it was brewing since the start of the season, to be fair. And of course, it's been this Piers Morgan interview which has really, finalized
Over
this.
the edge.
That it almost seems like he kind of did that to,
For Man United's hand.
initiate this ending of the contract.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think he probably did.
I even imagine there's a clause in the contract where if you do something like this, they can just
If you talk to Piers Morgan
at all. Yeah, if you ever talk to Piers Morgan, you're immediately fired from any job,
even on Twitter.
even if you work for Piers Morgan.
Oh yeah, it's a British law.
Yeah. So, so because from what I understand, Ronaldo has not received any kind of compensation. He hasn't been paid out in any way from this contract end. So that, to me, that basically means he must have basically been sacked because he must have violated the contract in some way. Because otherwise you'd be entitled to something. They usually have to pay you out. That's kind of the whole point of a contract, right? But yeah. So what does it say here anyway? So yeah, and we've some of you may have seen this interview. I've caught about 60 of 90 minutes, and yeah, it's pretty. I don't necessarily think the interview is necessarily too bad. He makes some good points in there and some harsh truths. I think that's true as well. But come on, you can't really be doing the club dirty like that and not. I don't know. It's just a weird move in my opinion. I don't think he really should do that. And yeah, but
I think I think the moment that you're employed, it's a really tricky one. I think he's definitely done it to force Man United basically to release him so that he has
Well,
his
he says in
whole set of options.
he says in the interview that he says the opposite as well, which in a way I may believe too, that they've said that they've been sort of trying to force him into this position by, wanting to sub him on in the Spurs game for 3 minutes and whatever. He sort of sees it in that way, that they were fucking with him basically. But I don't know, it's hard to say if I necessarily agree with that, because in this interview he says some shit like, it was an insult to him basically for him to play for 3 minutes. He said like, I'm not the kind of player that plays 3 minutes. That was kind of his response to that. I was like,
I actually think that's really childish.
Yeah, I totally agree. And
like, I know there's been other shit go on for that, and he sort of feels insulted by other things in the club. But
the other one,
like, you do your job, go on to the pitch and play for 3 minutes or 30 minutes or 90 minutes. You play.
Yeah, I know. He's not really been acting particularly professional.
No, the part where I really sympathise with him was when he was talking about the death of his
absolutely, yeah.
newborn son.
And I mean, I'm so glad. Honestly, I'm so glad, because early on at the start of this, I was so cautious about him missing preseason and saying shit like he wants to leave and all this stuff. And I turned out to be right, in that there was actually a genuine reason. And it was because his daughter was in hospital and all this shit. So he missed preseason.
He'd already lost one twins.
Yeah.
In childbirth, and he was obviously frightened of losing the other one. And
now,
this,
sorry,
as far as I'm concerned, if I don't care if he's the backup goalkeeper or your star striker. If a player at your club is having a deeply personal issue and the death of a close family member, you say, like, as long as you need, mate, you go and get yourself right, take time with your family, and come back to training when you are ready.
Yeah, and well, I'm
Simple.
surprised
That's my opinion.
Yeah, I agree, but I'm surprised that the club didn't make a statement. Obviously, they knew, but they sort of stoked the media fire by trying to make it seem like he was trying to force a move out, I guess. So I don't know. I think there was a bit shittiness there too. They could have had a proper statement and said like, no, Ronaldo is having some serious family issues and it's nothing to do with him wanting a move. And they didn't really do anything to quell those fires from the media, which are admittedly super targeting Man U and then super targeting Ronaldo.
To be fair, there was probably that as well.
Yeah, yeah. And
probably offers on the table, because I think there was an offer on the table from a Saudi club for like a lot of money.
Oh, but he refused it. Ronaldo. I mean, I do still believe that Ronaldo was looking for a move out. I don't deny that, but I don't think he was going to force his way out. I don't think he was doing anything. It was just sort of a whole pile of horrible things at once. And so I don't know. I do feel like the club's been a bit shitty, and of course, a lot of people are saying like Ten Hag has to sort of show that he is the boss as well, and he's trying to sort of. There's at least what he said in the interview, the Piers Morgan interview, is that he thinks that Ten Hag is trying to sort of be the big dog and all that kind of stuff. And
yeah, which I think is probably true, but is not. Ten Hag, I don't think is trying to damage Ronaldo's career.
No, well, yeah.
Or him.
There's one thing I don't like, right? Is that when we had that Man City game and there was the option to sub on Ronaldo and we didn't. And then afterwards, Ten Hag said some complete bullshit about like him not wanting to taint Ronaldo's career. Like he respected him too much to do that to him. And that is like the biggest fucking lie I've heard in my life. That is absolute horse shit. And pretty shitty to even say that. I can't believe he kind of said that. So I find that extremely disrespectful. So I don't disagree with Ronaldo on that point in particular. So yeah. But yeah, of course, so he has been released, and this is going to save us 500k per week, basically. So it's actually
you can go and get Lukaku.
Yeah, I would love. Yeah, Cody Gakpo seems. The only problem is his price is probably going to double to the World Cup. So
yes.
Shit. But if not him, I think Osherman is also on the table. He has gone down in price significantly, so might get him for a cut rate too. The other one I would like would be Vlahovic. I mean, Juventus are obviously struggling pretty hard, and I think a player with a profile like Vlahovic kind of is a good replacement for Ronaldo. Like a nice, in terms of aerial ability and finishing and aggressiveness and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'd take any of these players, to be honest.
Yeah, a player.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll see. We're probably will be looking for a forward in the window, which is nice. There'll be a lot on display. So as I'm saying, we're accepting interviews at the World Cup. Anyone wants to score a bunch of goals, let us know.
If anyone wants to score a bunch of goals, their country would be very well. Yeah, but you know that absolutely any player who plays even moderately well during the World Cup, and then there's the 12 days, and then it's a transfer window.
Yeah, totally insane. I know.
What you said will go up by exactly the amount that I lose on the TAB.
And yes, so so I know, but I think I don't know. Gakpo might still be pretty reasonable for his, ability. Because it's coming from the Netherlands, they don't necessarily have too exorbitant of prices, and yeah, hopefully we could come to a good sort of arrangement. And now, so I have one more the last piece of news about Manchester United. And this is the best news of all time. Confirmed. Glazers open to selling Manchester United. Official statement issued. So, finally we have it. The Glazers are actually preparing to sell Manchester United outright. So I think they value the club at they're accepting offers between $7 and $9 billion for the club. But look, if this goes through, I will be absolutely stoked. About time that this happened. I'm sure you know by now that I'm very much anti-Glazer, and I'm happy to see them gone. Another thing I agree with Ronaldo on, the Glazers are not, they don't care about this club. They only care about lining their pockets. And yeah, great. This is what needs to happen. So hopefully there'll be some, like Floyd Mayweather will be keen to buy the club or some shit, and it'll sell on. And yeah, this is good news. This is actually the best news. Had the Ronaldo issue addressed nonetheless, and the Glazers out possibly, finally. Could be a huge turnaround. Yeah, thoughts?
I think Gus Ronaldo. I think he genuinely loves the club. I think that's exactly why. So put out by.
You're not coming in too clear. Just saying. You sound a bit fuzzy.
Okay, hello.
That's better.
No. Yes.
You sound better now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think Ronaldo genuinely loves the club, which is precisely why he's so hurt by, the Glazers' existence in general, the state of the club, what sort of happened with pre-season, all sorts. So I think, that him leaving is like, he doesn't want the worst for Man United. He would want the Glazers out as well.
Yeah. He says so much. He says as much in the Piers Morgan interview. Yeah.
Yeah, whether he's there or not, he would rather Manchester United have decent owners.
Well, he said that the club hasn't changed since he was there last time. I think he even literally said the gym equipment is the same.
That's not very good.
Yeah, I know. And so I suppose the Glazers have been there the entire time since he was there. So, and yeah, maybe, and that's kind of a good sign, that nothing has changed. And so, yeah, it's probably about time for an update. Yeah. Well, like when Ronaldo arrived, he said that there was no set diet for the players. They could just eat what they want. Like they hadn't even done that kind of stuff yet. Just like they're like 10 years behind everyone. It's like, it was Wenger. Like Wenger right back in the day was basically like, no, look, all you guys are going to sort your fucking shit out and be professionals and not
stop drinking.
Yeah. So it's been the standard for a long time, and it's hilarious to know that they're, so far behind on things like nutrition when that's such a big emphasis these days. Crazy. But yeah, I feel like that's about it. Do you have anything else you want to add before we take off?
Visit my betting shop.
What?
Visit my betting shop.
Yes. Yeah, you got to put in some. You got to earn all that. You got to earn that 30 grand back, bro. It's going to be tough, but.
Yeah, man. Which means I'm going to have to put 15 grand on Brazil winning tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, so what matches do we have tomorrow? So I think is tomorrow. We have Japan, Germany tonight as well. That'd be interesting.
It'll be the next 4. Morocco, Croatia, Germany, Japan, Spain, Costa Rica, and Belgium, Canada.
Right. Okay. So yeah, these matches tomorrow, and yeah, that's cool. We got a few good ones coming up as well. The pipeline. So yeah, it's pretty sweet. What a time to be alive and watching football at horrifically, as I call them, KGB showing up at your house hours. So, well, yeah, good times.
Every fourth game's 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
like,
well, there's
that's real
some
question hours.
for us. There's some at 11 p.m. and some at 8 in the morning. So that's actually pretty good. I'll take that. And I think the Germany Spain game is on Monday for us at 8 a.m. So that is actually pretty good for me.
That's decent.
Yeah. So yeah, all right, cool.
Right.
Well, thank you everybody for listening to the Football Friends podcast in our World Cup special. It is nice. The podcast started at the last Euros and we have made it to the World Cup. So, you know, cool. Going strong. And yeah.
When are we gonna win one?
We have to qualify first, mate.
And I don't mean England, I mean just you and me.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll enter the, you know, we keep at this and maybe we can enter the YouTube All Stars or something like that.
Oh yeah, I'll
Play with
take that.
Play with
That'd be
speed.
Speed.
Alrighty, yeah, well, like and subscribe, tell your friends about the Football Friends podcast. We're going to be covering as much of the World Cup as we can, at least weekly podcast episodes, and maybe I'll try to do a few more updates as they come in. And yeah, so thanks for listening. We'll see you all next time. Cheers.
Cheers and thanks. Bye.